Two teens face first-degree murder charges. Utah Iron shuts down mining operations in Iron County. And your daily weather forecast with highs, lows, and everything you need to know for the days ahead.
You're watching St. George News at 5, brought to you by our studio sponsor, We Win Injury Law.
Good afternoon, I'm Monica McLaughlin. Two teenagers charged as adults in connection with the fatal stabbing of a woman in Washington City vacation rental made their initial court appearances this week via video. Here's a closer look at the case and the latest developments from the courtroom.
You have been charged with some serious criminal offenses.
Two teenage girls charged with murdering a woman in a Washington City vacation rental made their first court appearance this week. 17-year-old Abigail Flanagan of California and 16-year-old Mihaela Surescu of Washington City appeared via video before District Judge Eric Gentry on Wednesday. They're charged as adults with first-degree murder, obstruction of justice, and vehicle theft after 47-year-old Andrea Mottram was found stabbed 18 times inside a rental property on March 23rd. Police say the teens left the scene in the victim's rental car, which was later found abandoned in Southern California. They were arrested in Los Angeles County and returned to Utah earlier this week. Their next hearing is set for April 23rd.
Utah Iron LLC has announced an immediate suspension of mining operations at its Iron County facility, citing instability in global markets. Company officials say the pause is necessary as they work to adapt to economic pressures, including the impact of recent tariff hikes. Cedar City Mayor Garth Green acknowledged the closure during Wednesday's city council meeting and said the city would remain mindful of those now out of work. City officials and community members gathered to dedicate the final expansion of Tonnaquint Cemetery, adding the thousands of new burial and cremation spaces while honoring loved ones through a collective act of remembrance. For more on the ceremony and the impact of this expansion on the community, here's Maury Kessler.
It's a sacred space. It's a place where people can come and feel close to the loved ones they've lost. And it's a beautiful place to do that.
That was St. George Mayor Michelle Randall during the dedication of the final expansion of the Tonnaquint Cemetery Tuesday morning. The dedication was marked not by a ribbon cutting, but by remembrance.
I wish we didn't have to grow our cemeteries, but unfortunately it's the circle of life. And we want some place that we can come and we can spend some time with our loved ones.
Attendees honored loved ones by writing their names on certificates and posing for a commemorative photo. St. George sexton Brad Rollins detailed what the expansion adds to the cemetery.
To my left, you'll see the section here. This will be for our infants, for our babies. This will be our baby section. We are very honored. We will be bringing the Christmas box angel here, and we'll be doing the ceremonies here. The big section to our right will have 2,500 more plots for us. More than 800 of those plots will be designated for upright headstones, which I know everybody is waiting for. Under the shade structures, we'll have columbariums, which are for ashes, for cremation. We will add another 1,000 spots for cremations in these niches, and we're putting in a new ossuary that are for commingled ashes that will host probably about 500 more, and it'll give an affordable way for internment. So we'll have all sorts of things we can do for our citizens.
During the event, city officials, like City Councilman Jimmy Hughes, who is also a mortician, emphasized the importance of respecting the dead as a reflection of how we care for the living.
I mean, there's a direct correlation through history. If you look at how we care for our dead, it's also kind of how we care for each other when we're alive. There's a direct correlation there. So it's super important for us to be able to, as people pass on, to show proper respect. So I think that's why this is such a special place.
The cost of the expansion, the purchase of the property, and its construction is estimated to be over $3 million.
Thanks, Maury. Let's take a look at your daily weather forecast brought to you by Casablanca Resort and Casino. Right now in St. George, it's 91 degrees with temperatures dipping to around 57 overnight. Tomorrow, expect a warm and sunny day with a high of 92 and a low of 61. In Mesquite, it's currently 94 degrees with a low of 63 expected tonight. Tomorrow will be even hotter, reaching a high of 97 degrees before cooling to 68 degrees by evening. Cedar City is sitting at 76 degrees right now with an overnight low of 48 degrees. Tomorrow will be pleasant with a high of 80 degrees and a low of 52. One of Southern Utah's most storied coaches is being recognized on the national stage once again. Here's Aaron Crane with your local sports update.
Thanks, Monica. This past week in sports, former Dixie State football coach Greg Croshaw continues to rack up honors, recently receiving the inaugural NJCAA Coaches Association Legacy Award. Croshaw, who led the Rebels to 7 national championship games and 17 conference titles, was also enshrined in the NJCAA and Dixie State Athletics Halls of Fame. With 214 wins over 24 seasons, he's one of the most successful junior college coaches in history.
Thanks, Aaron. Now we'll head over to Amy and Mary for your favorite weekend adventure guide.
That's right, so many fun events. Specifically, we're here at the farm because they've got Baby Animal Days happening this weekend.
That's right. And then also the Washington County Fair Rodeo is happening Friday and Saturday.
And don't forget the concert on Monday with Lone Star. Plus, Mod Market is this Saturday at Vernon Wortham Park, and I cannot wait.
For a full list of events, go to our TGIF listing on stgeorgenews.com.
Now back to you in the studio.
Thank you for watching St. George News at 5. To learn more about our studio sponsor, We Win Injury Law, go to wewininjurylaw.com. I'm Monica McLaughlin with St. George News, your #1 source for local news.
This has been St. George News at 5, brought to you by We Win Injury Law.